Richard Nixon, the 37th President of the United States, held office from 1969 to 1974. During World War II, he served in the U.S. Navy. He was stationed in the Pacific Theater and rose to the rank of lieutenant commander. His career was a mix of successes and setbacks. Initially known as an ardent anti-communist, he rose to prominence as Eisenhower's vice president. His checkers speech showcased his resilience during a campaign crisis, winning over voters. Nixon's presidency is tarnished by the Watergate scandal, where a break-in at the Democratic National Committee headquarters, linked to his administration, set off a series of deceitful actions and cover-ups. In 1974, facing potential impeachment, Nixon made history by resigning, becoming the first U.S. president to do so. Following his resignation, Nixon's successor, Gerald Ford, controversially pardoned him. While intended to unify the nation, this move sparked debates on accountability and fueled public skepticism toward the political establishment. Nixon's presidency is a study in contrasts. His adept handling of international diplomacy, particularly with China and the Soviet Union, earned recognition. However, his legacy is equally defined by the Watergate scandal.
Lyndon B Johnson served as the 36th President of the United States from November 22, 1963 to January 20, 1969. He became president following the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. His key achievements include the Civil Rights Act, 1964, and the Voting Rights Act, 1965, combating racial segregation and voter discrimination. Johnson's Great Society aimed to end poverty and racial injustice, introducing programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and Head Start. However, the Vietnam War overshadowed his progressive domestic policies, sparking protests and divisions. After an alleged attack in the Gulf of Tonkin, 1964, Congress approved the Gulf of Tonkin Resolution, escalating U.S. involvement in Vietnam. Johnson authorized Operation Rolling Thunder, a massive bombing campaign against North Vietnam. His tenure saw the rise of the counterculture hippie movement and anti-war protests. The 25th Amendment, proposed in his time, addressed presidential succession and disability. Johnson wouldn't seek re-election, prioritizing ending the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War spanned nearly 2 decades, resulting in significant loss of life and enduring impacts on Vietnam and the United States.
John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, served from 1961 to 1963 until his tragic assassination. Notably, he was the youngest elected president at 43. The Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962 marked a critical moment in his presidency. With the U.S. and the Soviet Union in a tense confrontation over nuclear missiles in Cuba, Kennedy prioritized advancing America's space exploration. He set the ambitious goal of landing a man on the moon before the end of the 1960s. The civil rights movement had a profound impact on Kennedy's policy decisions, prompting him to champion civil rights legislation and advocate for desegregation in schools. In 1961, he took a significant step by creating the Peace Corps, sending American volunteers overseas to engage in development projects. John F. Kennedy's unforgettable inaugural address deeply resonated with the nation, inspiring citizens to actively contribute to their country's progress with the powerful message, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." His assassination on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas, profoundly shocked and grieved the nation. Kennedy's brief but impactful presidency remains a pivotal part of the nation's history.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe now at American Presidential History. Stay updated with the latest videos. Follow at American Presidential History for more content and shorts. Like, share, and support the channel's growth. Subscribe now. www.youtube.com American Presidential History.
Welcome to American Presidential History. Dive into the captivating world of U.S. presidents through engaging stories that bring their lives, legacies, and the times they lived in vividly to life.